As an entrepreneur, you can make a lot of mistakes. Hey, I know I sure have, but there's one critical mistake. You make that, it's going to kill business more than anything else. And that's what we're going to cover in this episode, in a very special episode as we move from agorapreneurs, which we have been, and we're going to give you even more value in this new one. So stay tuned. Some special things coming on this, and I'm going to give you the steps on how to stop killing business and get more coming in. You are going to love this.
Welcome to Agorapreneurs, standing for liberty and freedom, all done peacefully. Now, here is your guide, Terry Brock.
In this episode, we're going to explore those mistakes that entrepreneurs make, and the biggest one, and you're going to find a way that you can save your business from failing and really energize it with what you need to do to get it going forward. As we make a major change, we've been called agorapreneurs for a long time, and now it's going to be a little bit different. We're giving something even more to you, still using the idea of agorapreneurs, but we're shifting to Stark Raving Entrepreneurs, based on the live and let live concept. Live and let live is really the thing we're still staying with here today, no matter what. You do what you want to do. Don't harm others. Don't hurt others. Don't take their stuff. Everything should be peaceful and voluntary. And if you do that, you're going to find you do even more. And you avoid those mistakes that others are making. As entrepreneurs, hey, we make a lot of mistakes. I know I certainly have. I've been an entrepreneur for many, many years, decades, and I find I made mistakes, but I learned from them. And I want to share that with you right here. We've got some special things that are happening because we're now moving from agorapreneurs, which is a name people didn't understand as much. I came up with it. The agora, from agora space, open spaces, from Greek, the Greek roots of it, long ago in ancient Greece. The idea is that you live voluntarily, and we're still embracing that today. But we've got something even better for you now, and that is looking at a Facebook group that's going to be available for you right now. You can come over. Stark Raving Entrepreneurs with Gina Carr, my partner, and Terry Brock. That would be me. And you're going to be able to see how you can get involved in this. It's got all kinds of information here from different people, different concepts. Here's some past episodes that we had of good content. We want to give you the tools you need as you go through this. And this will keep changing. So what you're seeing right now is what's there currently, and it's going to keep changing regularly. As our world changes, we're going to be doing even more. And so you're going to be able to use this, be able to find a lot of capabilities and what you can do. And here's how you can access it. Write this down. You'll go over to bit.ly/SRE, as in Stark Raving Entrepreneurs Group. SRE Group. You go there, you'll be able to get in and join. There's no charge for it. It's an open Facebook group for the public, so you can get the information you need, exchange ideas with other liberty-loving and freedom-loving entrepreneurs who believe in live and let live. So that's what we're going to be covering, and part of the things that we'll be doing is what are the biggest business-killing mistakes for entrepreneurs. We want to find out what those are, and on this episode, I'm going to show you what is it that's making those problems, and what you need to do. I'm going to give you 5 steps. Here, I'll hold my hand up there. 5 steps so that you can make sure that you avoid these. And I found some of these out when I was reading a book, one of my favorite books of all time, that I recommend strongly. It's one you want to look into. It's called The 50th Law by 50 Cent, Curtis Jackson, the rapper Curtis Jackson, who goes by 50 Cent, and Robert Greene, one of my favorite authors. Robert's written many different books. This has got to be one. It's hard to say which one of his is the best. They're all really good. I love this one. I think it's exceptionally good. And there's a quote there on chapter 7 that I want to share with you. We'll use that as the basis for this today. You want to know your environment from the inside out. Make sure you've got that connection. Listen to what he said here. Most people think first of what they want to express or make. Then they find the audience for their idea. Wait a minute. You got to find the audience first and then figure out what it is that the audience is looking for. That's really critical. And you got to make sure that what you're doing is relevant to them and what they can do. You want to make sure that you must work the opposite angle, thinking first of the public. You need to keep your focus on their changing needs. Matter of fact, that's what we're doing here, shifting from agorapreneurs over to Stark Raving Entrepreneurs and giving you more access to more usable tools. Hey, as an entrepreneur, it's tough. You've got to keep working and keep jumping here and there to many different areas. And so what you want to do is you want to make sure that what you're doing is meeting the needs of your customers. I love the way he said this. The trends that are washing through them, that's what you got to focus on. Beginning with their demand, you create the appropriate supply. Too often we create the supply and then hope there's a demand for it. Do not be afraid of people's criticism. This is important. Without such feedback, your work will be too personal and delusional. And you see, that's easy to do as an entrepreneur. We're looking at, hey, this is what I think is a great idea. I think the market wants that. Sometimes you're right, but too often we're wrong. So what we've got to do is listen to what they're going to do. I'm going to give you some tools on how you can do that. You must maintain as close a relationship to your environment as possible, getting an inside feel. Notice I like to put that word in quotes. They do too here in the book. For what is happening around you. Never lose touch with your base. That is golden. Never lose touch with your base. It's too easy to do that. We step back and think, okay, this is what the market wants. Well, there are 5 steps that you can have that I'm going to give you that are going to help you to get ahead, to make sure that what you're doing is in line with what your customers are looking for. This is vital. This is important. You want to watch this video. You want to share it with your people that are working for you, your VAs, if you have employees, others that are with you, and also share it with your tribe, because they can use it too. You'll be helping them on that. So let's take a look at some of those things that you can do in a positive thing that will stop the business from killing itself. Number 1, like I said in the book, never lose touch with your base. You want to stay in touch with them. Always be out there thinking, okay, what is it now? Not just, this is what they wanted last year. Well, I'm sure they liked this last year. They want this now. Not necessarily. This is something that is never ending. And the good news is, by it never being ending, you're staying in touch with what's going on. You're always attuned with, okay, what are they talking about? What are they doing right now? A really good way to find out is by being in touch with the Facebook groups. That's why we wanted to give you that Facebook group that you're going to be able to work with. You're going to be able to get into the Stark Raving Entrepreneurs Facebook group, no charge, and you interface with other entrepreneurs, others who believe in live and let live. That's critical for us. We don't believe in the idea of the socialism and all the ideas that somebody owes, you owe somebody else money or they can take from you by force. No, we embrace freedom. We embrace liberty, and live and let live is really the key. That's what we're going to do. So you want to get over into those Facebook groups, and don't go to the Facebook group and start saying, hi, I'm wonderful, buy my stuff. We don't want that. What you want to do is you want to listen first. When you're going into a new place, listen and give positive comments, but a whole lot more than just nice comment or I like what you said. You know, that's okay. You want to say, I like what you said there in that second point where this is good. Don't talk about yourself. Leave the word I out of it. Don't say, I'm wonderful. I did this. I did that. It's the people who have what I call I trouble. And I don't mean EYE trouble. I mean the letter I. I did this. I'm doing that. It's all about them. And we don't frickin' care about you, okay? We care about us. And so you want to turn the tables around, listen to what they're doing, go into those Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups, and other places where you can go and be with people to hear what they're really talking about. And number 3, here's something we can do now that we're past the pandemic. As I'm recording this, we're getting out into more real world meetings. You want to be there in the real world. Be there. You find something that happens when you can sit down and you have those chance meetings in the hall. When you have breakfast with someone, a luncheon or dinner, drinks at the bar, you get a chance to see them and talk about real world issues. Make that a part of what you're doing. Yes, we still need the video. We still need the virtual connection. We do that regularly. Gina and I regularly do those kinds of things and activities. But we also find that we need to get out there and be around real people. Make that an integral part of what you're doing to stay in touch with what's going on. And number 4, here's one that'll give you a real competitive advantage. You want to make real calls to real people. Hi, this is Terry. How you doing? Hey, Bob, hope things are going well. Not trying to sell you anything. Just want to find out how's it going. I appreciate you doing this. Or I like that article that was there. Or here's an article that I thought you would like. So you want to get in touch with real world people. Phone calls are a way to do that. Sending them a Loom video. We talk about Loom a lot here. It's a real good way to stay in touch and send them something that's meaningful. Sharing an article that you read. Sharing something that's of value to them. Again, you're not selling yourself. You're just talking to them, building that relationship, helping them. Because then they'll see, oh, okay, you do it. And by the way, we're entrepreneurs. We know what you're doing. You're doing this, helping us out, and maybe there's an opportunity for working together where we'll be able to do some business together. Maybe it is. And if that is, good. It might not be with that person. It might be with someone else. And if that happens, well, that's good too. But either way, you want to make sure that you stay in touch with people, doing something that is not necessarily electronic, not something just sending a tweet or sending them that. Those are important at times, but have a good mixture of many, many ways of points of contact and stay in touch with people. And number 5, monitor the big trends. Be aware of what's going on in the world. Don't get mired in it, but find out what's going on. Be aware of, oh, this news item happened. Oh, this bad thing is going on. Or, oh, this thing happened. You want to be aware of that. You don't want to be just brain dead to that. I remember years ago, many, many years ago, I was finishing up my MBA program, and this idea just hit me now. And I was going to work in some radio stations, and I called one of the radio stations, a person that I had been in touch with, and just find out how he's doing. And he calls, he goes, "Are you aware of what's going on?" And there was a major tragedy that had just happened in the world, and it was all over the news and everything. I wasn't aware of that. I didn't know. I go, "Oh, I didn't know." Well, didn't work out working with that group. But the thing is, I learned a good lesson as a young MBA student that was just about to finish the MBA program, wet behind the ears. Stay in tune with the environment. Be aware what's going on, but don't get so mired in it that you're pulled down. I would suggest staying away from the major news breaking items. Watch it on the net. You can see what's happening there, because if you get it delivered in print, there's less emotion attached than if you're watching the news and hearing the music, watching the video and seeing it. Make sure that you control what goes into your mind. That will be really important. And I'm going to give you a bonus here, 5.7, a 5.7 idea that you can have so that you want to make sure you stay focused. Focus, F-O-C-U-S, focus. Follow one course until successful. I like that idea. So you want to get in there and make sure that you're working with your customers, your clients, your members, whatever name you use for those wonderful people who pay your bills. You want to focus on their needs and stay focused on that. Don't let the peripheral stuff distract you. I know it's easy. Oh, squirrel. Oh, squirrel over there. Yeah. Not that I'm ever guilty of that. No. Yeah, really. We've got to do it, and we remind each other. Hey, come on over to the Facebook group. We want to see you there. Over there, SRE group is what you put after the bit.ly, B-I-T-L-Y, SRE group. Come on over to the Facebook group. We'd love to see you there and get a chance to help you. Let us know what issues you're going through, because we're trying to listen and learn ourselves, and that's one way we'll find out what content we can give you. Really appreciate you being with me. And as we look at closing thoughts of what we're going to do, remember, our world is changing. Don't make that big mistake of thinking, well, I know what they want, without listening to them. Find out what people want. Sometimes they don't know, but they get some ideas. You can get ideas on what to do by listening to them. So stay in touch, stay in tune, and welcome aboard to Stark Raving Entrepreneurs. I'm looking forward to seeing you back here again. Hey, don't stop now. We've got a lot more videos out there for you about freedom and liberty, living the life of an entrepreneur who believes in live and let live. As a matter of fact, here's a way you can make a positive difference in the world. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. That lets the algorithms know, those wacky algorithms know, that, hey, people like this kind of thing of live and let live and doing it in a peaceful way. Thanks for being here with us, and we're looking forward to hearing from you.